Let's see. Good evening. Hang on a moment, folks. Making myself decent. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see if anybody shows up. Oh, somebody did at least. Okay, some weird, interesting things going on. As you all know, some of you folks are out there. Okay. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. All right, we had the Daleks spotted last night. Well, actually, it was the 22nd, sorry. Into the morning of the 23rd. Filming out on the Clifton Suspension. The Clifton Suspension. What's the suspension? The Clifton Suspension Bridge in Bristol. Now, one of the Daleks that was thing when I took a closer look at the black Dalek that's drifting around in those photos, and it looks. I got to agree with most of you in the comment box there. That looks like an untarnished, fully functional recon Dalek. Which it's nice to see that they finally varied the design in some way. The one I want to see show up is a new variant of the Special Weapons Dalek. That's what I want to see. Get something in there that's gonna, I want to see a Dalek with a gun so freaking big that when you look at it, it's like, oh my God, please don't point that at my planet. I want to see it real firepower. I don't want to see them on little hover sleds. Why would Daleks need hover sleds? I could never figure that shit out. They have their combat assault sled. I'm like, that's like saying a tank needs a scooter. It doesn't make any damn sense to me. Just like, how many here have ever looked at like action figure superhero stuff? One of the things that made me die laughing was when they came out with, get ready for this, the Superman super motorcycle. When is Superman going to use a damn motorcycle? The guy can already run as fast as the Flash, fly faster than a speeder bullet. Why would he get onto a Harley? Unless he's going to go out pimping. I don't know. Maybe he's got a poker run. Rumor. They've been bouncing. Okay, people, how many here of the 13 of you remember when Capaldi was leaving at the end of his one season? Capaldi was leaving at the end of his second season. Jenna was leaving. And the sad part is she was. And then she decided to hang around for Series 9, which I really wish they hadn't have done. Either that or if they had stayed with the death scene in Face the Raven, that would have made far more sense to me. The whole immortal super companion, everybody lives thing got to be really, really old. We were just talking about the new Dalek design in Bristol. I basically said, W123 has popped on. I just basically said, I want to see a heavy weapons Dalek. I don't want to see these useless things like the Dalek hover sled. I'm like, why the hell does a Dalek need a hover sled? The Dalek can already hover. The Dalek don't need any battle equipment. The Dalek already comes with its weapon inbuilt. If you're going to give Dalek weapons, I want to see a big Megadeth blasting like Dalek tank. Wouldn't that be cool? The Dalek tank. We're basically got 2 or 3 Dalek squiddies inside this huge battle robot or something like that. That would be cool. Okay, I don't want to see the Dalek hover sled anymore. To me, that was just ridiculous. We are going to talk a little bit about Star Wars. Please remind me to do so. Yeah, I just mentioned that. Bring back the damn special weapons Dalek. I want to see a Dalek with a gun so freaking big that it could swallow, I don't know, a small car, before it even fires. I'm like, the special weapons Daleks were so cool. And, you don't see them. Oh, that's right. You did see them in an assholum of the Daleks, but unfortunately, guess what happened? Oh, look, there it is. It's standing over there leaning against a pole. Major excitement there. Well, yeah, you're right. I forgot it. They did bring it back for that one too. I've already listened to the tune, and it's not bad. Heck, I can barely make it through Row, Row, Row Your Boat without several small villages falling over dead. So, um, anybody who can sing that well, you got to give them thumbs up. Plus, there's going to be that special, I guess, with her and David Tennant, where they're going to show the making of the album. I guess that's going to be for children in need. I've been hearing some really weird stuff for what could be going on for Series 13. The problem is I can't really, I don't know. It's kind of like I'm hearing it from one or two places, but like I said, I can't confirm it. But the scary part is it sounds like something the BBC would do, which kind of has me a little worried. Now, as you all know, you got all those haters out there on Jodie Must Leave Madness. I'm not kidding. Factor 9. And matter of fact, I died laughing because I like to call it woke Factor 9 because they always use that stupid ass term. It's woke. It's too PC. SJWs have taken over the show. Jodie Whittaker, her acting was so bad it gave my pet cat herpes. Yeah, that kind of stupid shit like that. I'm really tired of it. We're going on how long now since the last episode, which I think was January 1st this year. Yeah, January 1st this year was Resolution. And I'm like, we're how many months later? And these guys are still milking that dead cow? It just drives you nuts. I wanted to get a few more people in here before I go into the big nitty gritty about something I've heard that's rather disturbing. That could be true because, like I said, it sounds like a typical BBC maneuver. Also, somebody's running around saying Captain Jack's been spotted on set. I'm like, I don't want to sound mean, but there's no evidence of it. Show me a photo. I want to see a set photo with him in uniform where I can see his face. Because Barrowman's been pretty damn busy lately, but somebody goes, well, he's been redecorating this one place in Cardiff. Well, he still has an apartment that he's kept there this whole time, but that doesn't mean jack squat. Okay, do you think that the show is same quality it was in Series 10 did really well. Like I said, 11, I don't think it was horrendously as bad as everyone's made it out to sound. It sounds to me like we just got to hate it for hate's sake at this point. Now, whether you like it or not, and I hate to say this again because I do sound like I'm beating a dead horse, it brought a whole lot of much needed attention back to the show. When Series 10 ended, it ended with an average rating of about 5.5 million viewers average. That's not good. And the scary part is Walking Dead's now scoring lower than that, and they've already renewed it for Series 11. Yeah, they're literally beating those zombies. Oh, man. And I can't figure out how. It seems like ever since Negan came on board, oh God, I faded off into another show, but bear with me. Everybody ran screaming for the door. And it seemed to me like for you folks who do watch The Walking Dead, I don't know how many of you do, it's just like people can't face an actual villain. Like, oh, how come the governor? We like the governor. Yes, but if you read the governor as he was written in the books, he was watered down to the point of American beer versus foreign beer. There was governor in the book, foreign beer, and there was governor on the TV, which is the American beer. It was watered down to that point. They really watered the governor down hardcore. Matter of fact, they didn't even go into any of his background, really. And if you even read the story of how he got the Woodbury and all that, he was one twisted pretzel. But back to Series 11. Now, here's the thing. Everybody's like, it was blood. And I'm like, really? Because I enjoyed it for the most part. Like I said, the episodes that didn't make any sense to me at all were Arachnids in the UK. It seems to me like somebody goes, I'm going to get big giant spiders. And we're going to get them all together. Then I'm going to make a guy we're going to make fun of Trump. And then, how are you going to get rid of the spiders? I don't know. It sounded like it was rushed. It sounded to me like they didn't really have, I hate to say these words, an exit strategy for that particular episode. So that's to me why, Arachnids in the UK was definitely the big stinker for Series 11. Now, a lot of people pick on the Saranga Conundrum, which I call the Pating Paradox. It was a cutesy episode. It was made like on a Gremlins vibe, which I can get into. Sure, it wasn't the greatest episode of all time, but when you compare it to things like Fear Her, Love and Monsters, and I really didn't like Aliens of London. If it had been for Eccleston, Aliens of London and World War III would have just fell flat on its face. It really would have. I think Eccleston carried that one in a knapsack on his back like a thing of boulders. That's the only way I think that Series 1 got off the ground, because Aliens of London World War III to me were just not all that fantastic. Exactly. That's what I think happened. I'm going to take big spiders. They're not going to be anywhere near the 8 legs, though. They're not related to them in any way. But a lot of classic fans I noticed started doing that. Now, Arachnids in the UK was, oh my God. Exactly. Eccleston, that line right there, damn. Who else could have pulled off a line like, would you mind not farting while I'm saving the world? But, all right, Arachnids in the UK, like I said, the whole gun argument, don't shoot that guy. And I'm like, but the thing is that didn't make any sense to me was, you shouldn't have shot it. That's inhumane. But we were going to run all the spiders off into this room and lock it off. And I can't remember if they're going to gas it or just let them suffocate to death. I liked It Takes You Away, to be honest with you. A lot of people freaked out over the frog. I'm like, the first thing that ran into my mind when that frog appeared on screen, I'm like, this is so freaking Douglas Adams. Yeah, they were going to let him. You're right. They were going to let him suffocate. I'm like, what's the point of putting the spiders on? Is that more humane? Really? I hate to say it, but a bullet would have been the best part, or the Ed Sheeran part. That was funny. Okay, meanwhile. Yeah, that's what I agree with you. Locking him in a room and letting him slowly starve and suffocate to death. I'm like, and the sad part is, because of the way the season was written, that was pretty much, I think, the darkest Jodie got, except for Resolution. And that's what they really need to do more. It's just, my feeling on it is this, that when I go back and I rewatch it, it seemed to me like they were trying to make it more like angled towards younger viewers. And they went a little too far down the angle. And they tried to leave. Also, remember, he said there was going to be no classic villains in Series 11, in which he did. Like I said, I don't know why everybody's got this big problem with Tim Shaw. Dude, the scariest thing I've ever known of in my whole lifetime is the frickin' dentist. And there's a guy, and don't look, see, I got all my teeth just about. Oh, see, I haven't got that one, but it's a baby tooth that never, there was a thing where the main tooth never developed. So that's one of the reasons I still have all my teeth. Well, minus one wisdom. But I'm hoping we're going to get more along the lines of Resolution when we come into Series 12. As you know, we've got an episode that revolves around a person in the resistance of World War II. We got the Jadoon, we got the Cybermen, we got the Daleks. There's a rumor going around still about the Sea Devils, but I want more confirmation on it before it's one of them things where my too good to be true alarm is like going ding, 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 like the frickin' cloister bell. And same thing with the initial reports of Sacha Dhawan as the Master. I think it was a combination effort on the Witchfinders. There was a lot of great stuff in there. Graham was spectacular as usual. Bradley Walsh. Oh, heck, I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that, Sean. Could you retype that thing about Alan Cumming? I went to hit show, and I don't even know why it hit it. Now, I was trying to get it to show, and I hit the wrong button. Darn it. Okay, so hopefully it fixes itself. No, that's not what. All right, there we go. Show. All right, thank you. I hit the right button that time. I don't know why it's picking out Witchfinders is a bad word. I can't figure that out. And some folks may notice I do have a language filter set on the Dr. Freedom Facebook page and on this one. And that's mainly just to keep trolls out. Okay. Now, allegedly, the Master, played by Sacha Dhawan, people are claiming that they've seen him on little bits here and there across a couple of the different filming blocks. So I would love to see the Sea Devils back. I really would. They've not been back since, I think, Warriors of the Deep? Oh, God. Speak of one of the godmother bad episodes of Doctor Who. Oh, God. Warriors of the Deep with the Merca. Who the hell? I'm sorry, but the second that walked out on set, I'd have shut down production. I'd be like, I can't do this. No. Well, after Missy, DW Archives. He'll be the Master after Missy, allegedly. The thing is this. If the Master knew that it was going to end up killing himself and all that, don't you think that Missy would have had an end around? Sacha Dhawan, by the way, Vilrus asked who that is, played Waris Hussein in An Adventure in Space and Time, who directed some of the first episodes of William Hartnell. He also played, I can't remember the name of the villain on Iron Fist. It'll hit me in about a half an hour when it don't matter. The hard drive's clicking. It could be, but like I said, I want to see more proof before I jump up and down and go, okay, it's definite. Because there's so much misinformation that gets put out. And guess what? It's by some of the guys at the BBC. They've learned that putting out some kernels of fakery along with some of the truth that gets leaked out helps lead people off in the wrong direction. Now, okay, all right, now that I've got 57 in here, I'm going to tell you something I've heard could happen. Now, let me stress the word could happen in capital letters. I don't know if it's dependent on Series 12 performance. But word reached me there might be a thing going on with the budget allocation as of the year Series 13 is scheduled to come out, which is hopefully 2021. Instead of doing a full series of episodes, I've heard from one source, and that's why I'm not going to go crazy yet. Don't go nuts. Don't go run screaming for the nearest cliff. But Doctor Who may go down to a group of specials. I don't know how many. I haven't confirmed this yet. I'm waiting to hear more info. I'm hearing this from you got clandestine source, but like I said, I want confirmation before I go nuts. And the reason is it has something to do with what I heard, budget allocation. There's also talks of Doctor Who. Like I said, I can't confirm any of this yet, so don't go crazy. May even wind up, they may be trying to do like a Netflix deal where it'll like an online type of deal where you can watch the episodes there. But I haven't seen that yet either. I want definite proof on that. You have to remember, we live in an era where streaming television is basically killing terrestrial air. Matter of fact, I don't even watch terrestrial television anymore. I haven't in years. And it kind of saddened me the day they put everything to digital and got rid of all the good old-fashioned analog channels. Well, that too, yeah. DW Archives is right. We don't know how many. We don't know. Well, there's one. The first Master that was revealed in Big Finish. You're right, James Dreyfus. So, are you people who don't know this? And then there's Roger Delgado, well, who was allegedly the last. And of course, when we saw him again, he was Crispy Critters and Deadly Assassin. Well, I fear for the production anyway. Here's what might be going on. We have to sit down and remember For one, I can tell you right now, here's one of my dead-on predictions, and I want you to write this down. Series 12 will not be as successful as Series 11. And everyone and their grandmother is going to jump on every single ratings drop through the whole thing. And the problem is, it's not Jodie, it's not Chibnall. It's going to be as a result of the year off. Because remember back at the end of when they came back for Series 10, I think when they finished the one series, it was almost 7 million viewers, somewhere just over. Then they take a year off, and they're down to 5.5 million average. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. You can't start a train running, get up momentum, and say, oh, no, wait, no, not a train run. Let's think of something better. Like, let's think of Evel Knievel. Anybody remember Evel Knievel? All right, let's say he's going to jump the canyon. You can't rev the motorcycle to full speed, blast your way down this track, and then about 500 yards before the cliff that you got to jump. Oh, see that? But of course, yeah, you're right. JSM, HBO Max, has acquired the streaming rights so that after the shows air on their regular run on BBC and BBC America, you can stream them off Amazon, or sorry, HBO Max. It used to be Amazon Prime, but that's gone. Okay. So for you back on the bike and then thinks he's going to make the jump with less than 500 yards to go. It's not going to happen. No, it's YouTube. Okay, so this is what's going on. So, like I said, I'm hearing this just from one source that due to budget allocation, they may go back to a group of specials. But we have to remember, Doctor Who, as of next year, is going down 15 years since it started this reboot. I'm hearing all kinds of crazy shit about that. Yeah, there's James Dreyfus had a bunch of people jumping on him for something he allegedly said, and that's been a big problem lately. Sorry about that. Lost my train of thought. Don't know how many specials. All I've heard is that may be what they're going to go down to for Series 13. I don't know if it's dependent on how Series 12 does. I don't know if it's written in stone. But the thing is this. If they do that, the show's pretty much over. I don't see people hanging. Anybody know where the Dr. Freedom Facebook page is?